and welcome to the Not So Traveling Introvert. Today I want to talk about the lost or forgotten art of doing nothing. It's something that I've been thinking about a lot because I've been trying to make more space on certain days of the week for me to do nothing. You might have one day, maybe 2 days that give you a break from your normal work, but you might find that you've got stuff planned out for those days. Say there's chores that you have to do, or there's people you have to see, or just side projects that you want to do. And you find yourself planning your days off, your days of rest, your days of recharge, your days of relaxation, are all of a sudden filled to the brim with stuff. I was talking to a friend of mine who was on garden leave. She had 3 months garden leave, and I was like, great, that's wonderful. And she had 3 weeks left until she was starting her new role. And I was like, we should hang out and have a virtual call. And she had to reschedule it 3 times because she had so much other stuff going on. So the reason I want to talk about the forgotten art of doing nothing is because due to the nature of technology these days and having our phones with us almost constantly, with notifications from email, notifications from Messenger, notifications from Instagram, or just scrolling through, or Reddit, or wherever it might be that you get notifications from. Even if you switch your notifications off on your phone, the temptation is still there to grab it to get that instant gratification and to know what is going on because you don't want to miss something, which makes it very, very difficult for us these days to just do nothing, to plan nothing. And it's really interesting because people feel very out of place or feel that they shouldn't be doing nothing. They feel it is a bad thing. There is guilt about doing nothing. For some reason, we have decided that we have to be productive 8 hours a day. And what productivity is a whole other conversation. But our body is not really designed that way, and neither is our mind. And we keep pushing it to work and be productive for these huge stretches of time. And we build up this sort of deficit in our head because we haven't had enough time to do nothing. And you haven't had time to reflect and just be. And this is how you get burnt out. If you don't take the time to do nothing, and I don't mean I'm going to plan all these things that will make me feel better. No, but just don't have a plan. When's the last time you took a day and didn't have some sort of plan in there? I don't mean like, oh, I'm going to eat this thing, but I mean, have you ever had a day where you just went wherever your body or mind took you? Think about kids. When they wake up, do you think they have a plan for the day? No, they do not. They wake up and they go about their life. So when's the last time that you went and did that? You don't even have to be doing an activity, but just getting up and like, what's your plan for the day? Wherever my mind takes me, wherever my body decides it needs. Does it need extra rest? Does it need to meditate? Does it need to eat food? Does it need to Netflix? Does it need to take myself out on a picnic? Does it mean I need to bake some elaborate cake? What is it that my mind and body is calling and craving for me to do? Rather than having this pre-planned thing of, well, I've got to do this, I've got to go to this appointment, I've got to pick this other thing up, and then I've got to do this other thing, and all of these things that you have to do. What about just going with the flow? Don't check your mail, don't check your phone, don't be productive, but just sort of let yourself play. Let yourself be. And the other problem is a lot of people think these things are doing nothing and therefore you need to be doing something. If you ever come into work at the week after the weekend, you're like, oh, what did you do? And you're like, oh, nothing. They're like, oh my goodness. Because as if your life had to be full of stuff. And that's not true. Just do nothing and see how that feels. And it does actually take effort to do nothing because you want to check your phone, you want to do other things. But just letting yourself be and going where your mind and body takes you and be at play and at peace when you do it. Thank you for listening. This is Janice at thecareerintrovert.com, helping you build your brand and get hired. Have a great rest of your week.